That's a great. Dare I say, we can pray.
But then somebody already had it. And you don't want to duplicate the idea if you don't have anything new to bring to the table.
Net fucks. I'm sure somebody thought of that back when they first developed the very basics of interlinking computers together when it was Tandies and shit like that. I'm sure somebody was like, we got to get net fucks.
Probably, but you know what? It only counts if you fucking trademark that shit.
Yeah.
I don't give. It doesn't matter who thought of it first.
And plus, you can always register the name of the real netfucks, or XXX69 netfucks 420 XXX.
Oh Jesus!
As you do.
That shit's getting out of control. That reminds me of all the big to do that was made over the .xxx domain. They're like, oh god, this is going to be terrible if they introduce the .xxx domain. Never seen it once.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. That would be appropriate.
Well, the thing is, on the porn side of the argument was, it'll ghettoize the internet. It'll keep all porn sites in this .xxx domain. And then there were other people who were, on the same side as the porn companies who were like, if you put a .xxx domain, people will know exactly where to go for porn on the internet. And that was the far funnier.
That's funny as shit, yeah.
Opposition argument. Because the porn side of it, you'll ghettoize the internet. Because, yeah, I'm sure people will feel an even greater stigma typing in .xxx than .net or whatever. But, yeah, the idea of, it'll be even easier to find porn now. Really? Are you familiar with what the internet is?
Yeah, how do you find porn on this thing?
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Yeah. I mean, I shake it, I say, I ask Google, where is the porn?
No pun intended.
Exactly. Son of a bitch.
This sounds like fodder for one of those shitty infomercials at 3 o'clock in the morning. Does this ever happen to you? You can't find porn on the internet, and some asshole in black and white. He's slamming his computer on the desk and doesn't know what you're supposed to do with it to get porn on it. Well, now there's .xxx, and suddenly it turns color and happy music starts playing. It's wearing a Snuggie for some reason.
Well,
chopping up cabbages
for some reason.
Yeah. The real reason you buy a Snuggie.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, we all know why you really buy a Snuggie. I actually made a Snuggie at home. I just put my robe on backwards.
That's not a bad idea.
Boom.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, I actually think that if you are too stupid to find porn on the internet, you should just be ineligible for the internet.
They're gonna take away your internet license.
Yeah, you call Comcast or whoever your internet provider is, and you say, I'd like to sign up for broadband. And they go, oh, okay, let's get your information, got your address, social security number. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. So-and-so. What's the problem? It's you're ineligible for internet. At all? Yeah. How come? Because apparently we have the yes box checked that you were too stupid to figure out how to find the porn on the internet once. And basically, if you're that fucking stupid, you're just disqualified. Sorry. You can appeal this decision in 12 years. It's worse than going bankrupt.
Time to get out the old Bell and Howell and thread up the 16 millimeter.
Right,
get the white screen pulled down from the ceiling. Let's see if any of these old Stag films are still good.
Oh, well.
Not made out of nitrocellulose and explode when you try to handle them.
I've actually always been shocked whenever I've been in public places with computers is how many people are sitting there watching porn. And just watching porn, not even trying to jack off. Just watching.
Yeah, well, that is a thing,
Well, yeah, but some people probably also make food and just watch it. That doesn't mean it's normal. It doesn't mean we should allow it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things honestly, deep down, I don't really give a shit about anything. But I guess there are bounds of reason in various environments. So,
oh, I'm just making fun of people because it seems like good sport.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I've had a lot of really weird jobs where like watching porn at work would not only be appropriate but expected. So, like you mentioned, like these people just watching porn. I have a skewed outlook on things, so I might not be the best judge of these kind of characters.
Okay.
But, just my 2 cents, like working at these jobs, like the world didn't end and everything was fine, and honestly it was a lot of time fun as fuck. So I don't know, maybe productivity would go up. Did anybody ever think of that?
I'm just thinking of when I was in undergrad and when I was in college, and like people at the library. Apparently, there would constantly be people at the library on their on the university's computers looking at porn.
Yeah, and again, like maybe I don't know, maybe it'll give you some new idea for that paper you're trying to write, or I don't know, it'll wake you up because you haven't slept in 2 days, or I don't know.
It did nothing to me except for give me a fit of the giggles.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing people don't just share with you right off the bat, it's what tickles their funny bone, so to speak.
Yeah.
Pun intended. And it's kind of fun. It's it just would make me laugh uncontrollably for that window just to be thrown open on that person's world. Be like, oh, okay, ATM, whatever. That's what you're into. Okay, cool. I'm leaving now. But you enjoy.
If anybody out there doesn't know what that is,
just don't. If you just fucking Google it.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that means, just Google it.
I was already asked by some people from the previous episodes, like, what's a donkey punch?
Here, let's simplify this shit for people. If you haven't heard of UrbanDictionary.com, just go there. If you don't know about something we're talking about, certain keywords, just go there.
Yeah,
get it out of your system. So
or like just yet again, just Google it, because Urban Dictionary is like one of the first things that pops up. Anyway,
yeah,
so.
Totally. Like
Jesus Christ, like there's no real need to ever go anywhere, because it'll probably just show up unless you're really specific about what you need. But.
Yeah. One thing that always really disappointed me in college is the amount of diligence that was applied to removing bathroom graffiti.
None at all.
Or a severe amount of diligence.
Oh, okay. That's a shock to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It would not be shocking at all if people didn't give a fuck. I was shocked about how much of a fuck was given.
Yeah.
About getting rid of it. Because to me, one of the little joys and pleasures in life was reading bathroom graffiti. It's just seeing the fucking hilarious shit that people, I'm not doing anything else, so I'm going to draw a dick.
Well, it was like the internet of its day.
Yeah.
It was either bathroom graffiti or like talking on a CB to some assholes.
Preferably never really mixing those two genres of entertainment, of lowbrow entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more unpleasant than when you're at the urinal taking a piss and some guy walks in and sidles up to the one right next to you and just like, how's it going?
Yeah.
It's going fine, actually. Thanks.
Yeah, that's always weird, and it's not because I hate gay people or something. It's just fucking weird, I want to be left alone when I'm holding my dick, in public.
I never even, that maybe says something about me. I never even associated it with gay dudes. It was just like gnarled old men.
Yeah,
would come in.
Yeah,
like, I don't know whether or not they were gay.
The super offended people out there that see offensiveness.
Oh, you mean they see it as like a homosexual advance?
Yeah, or
Jesus Christ,
they think that's what I thought it was when that's not what I thought it was. So, I have to fucking qualify everything I say and like meta qualify it because of all these stupid fucks out there, PC fucks. Previous episode, if you haven't heard.
Well, I didn't mean to slow you down either, but
no.
I just think it's weird.
Well, when somebody sidles up to me and asks me like, "How's it hanging?" You have to have something ready, like water's cold, something like that.
It's a little scabby, but it's good.
Yeah.
The thing that I got weirdly used to when I lived in the dorms is you sort of like, if you're not comfortable with taking a shit in public, like in a public restroom, before you go to live in a dorm, at least the dorm I lived in, you pretty much get used to it in that first month.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you sort of get used to the flip flops or bathroom shoes that everybody wears. So when you see shoes there, you kind of know who that is. And when you're in there taking a shit and somebody else comes in, locks their stall, sits down, you see the shoes, and you're like, oh hey, how's it going? That for whatever reason was never weird. Just saying hi to the guys you knew when they were taking a shit.
Well, it sort of reminds me of like the old Bugs Bunny cartoons, or like what was it, like a dog and a sheep or something, like were enemies during the day, but they punched a time clock. Like George, Sam.
Yeah. So yeah, like it was their job to be nemesis.
Yeah. I don't know, when they punched out, that was it.
I see what you mean. It was actually weirder than any of the things I've listed were the old ladies who were cleaning the urinals first thing in the morning in the dorms. So I'd wake up, go down to take my morning piss, and then just, I'd, go up to a urinal. Then, around the corner would come one of the old ladies to clean the urinal, and she'd start by scrubbing the one right next to me. And not only was it awkward, it felt like I was being slightly insulting to her. Like, your job is to clean this, and I'm pissing on it. Like, and I'm just going to go right back to bed when I'm done.
See, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I automatically go to, I'm giving you a huge compliment right now.
This is beautiful. Good work.
I may have to go into one of the stalls and really give you a compliment.
I would have felt like a giant douche to be like, oh, you're doing a bang-up job. This is the cleanest bathroom I've ever shat in.
Well, when I used to have a job as a truck driver's helper unloading tractor trailers across the country. And
if somebody put that job, if somebody put that job up on Craigslist, that would just sound so seedy and terrible.
Oh no, it was nothing but Mozart music and refinement, just tea, crumpets,
non-alcoholic champagne,
doilies everywhere in the truck cabs. Oh my god, it was.
Oh no, I was keeping with the pornographic angle.
Oh yeah,
of the truck driver's helper.
Oh.
A la, like George Carlin and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No, I got a paycheck.
Google that if you don't know what I'm talking about.
But you get used to just like whipping it out and taking a piss literally anywhere. And if you have to take a dump, like you'll figure something out. Like I just walk in anywhere and just like ask if I can like use their toilet. Like it's usually like another business. Like I walked into the back one time of like a restaurant kitchen, like from an alley.
Yikes!
And I'm like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And they're like, "Okay." And like I felt sorry for him, but what are you gonna do? Like ordinarily, like maybe you'd feel a little bashful or whatever, but like you've got shit to do. No pun intended.
If you think it's really serious that they won't let you do it, you just have to change it up a little bit. Like, can I use your bathroom?
Well, I didn't use the one like for the customers either. Like,
oh no,
another one at the back
there. Totally. That's what would sweeten the deal, though. We can't say no to this retarded guy. Like, he'll shit his pants. Like,
and it wasn't even one of the places I was delivering to. It was like a few places down from there. Just because like I was like, I gotta go now.
Oh shit. I like it.
But like as far as you gotta take a leak, like you don't stop at an appropriate place to take a leak. Like you just get out on the road somewhere, like you pull the truck over and you just like take a piss and like, just people driving by on the interstate or wherever it is you are. And after a while, like it's just a perfect example of desensitization.
Yeah.
And just wherever.
Makes me wonder if truckers, like, if they ever get hospitalized and they have to have a catheter placed, and you ever can like sit there and like see the wheels turning and the light bulb turn on above their heads, so like I can see where this would come in handy.
Getting ideas for patenting something called the Trucker's Helper or something. Trucker's Little Helper.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything that has LIL in it.
Eesh. Somehow that makes it more friendly. Friendlier. I think we have a word, yeah.
Or you could boost their egos by like marketing it as like the Big Jim or the Big John or something like that. A big J word of some kind.
Slim Jim's already taken.
Or just the Big J. It's fine with me. Slim Jim.
That might be mildly offensive to the trucker. I'm not buying that shit. It says Slim Jim. That's not. I need a different size.
Yeah, right. But and that skill, the skill of being able to take a piss anywhere, literally anywhere. Like, you know, this is my bad guy lounge. You know, ours, but. So I won't piss like right here on the floor, but I totally could.
Well, the funny thing is, really, it's a skill you have to relearn. You know what I mean? You weren't born going, "Oh God, where do I go to the bathroom?" You just do it wherever you happen to be. Literally, much to the frustration of your parents, or maybe not, and that's fucked up. But then you learn there are certain designated spots.
Yeah, after a while, it starts to become almost like a little game or something. It's sort of fun.
Yeah.
Like, what weird place can I take a piss now?
Or those strange moments of jealousy when you see an animal outside take a shit. Like, I've wanted to take a shit on that hill.
Oh, I've totally, like, I used to camp a lot, still do. Like, grew up spending a lot of time in the woods. And, like, shitting in the woods is, when done right, is a pleasure all its own that I hope everyone can experience at least once in their lives.
At least once.
Now, if it goes badly, though, it's a horror.
If you lose your balance.
Oh, a million things. Like, you don't pull your pants down far enough. All sorts of things. Like, you're not near a patch of ferns. You forget about that part till the end. all sorts of stuff.
There's an angry family of bees that lives nearby.
Yeah. Or you hope it's bees and not like wasps or something. Like you're getting stung by wasps and you're like, oh man, I sure wish these were bees right now. It'd be so much better.
And they're sneaky fuckers because you don't hear them.
Yeah.
At least not as easily.
Wasps or bees?
Wasps.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You never noticed?
I never really thought about it. I thought they were loud as fuck. They're big and scary, so I just sort of assumed that,
Yeah, next time you see a wasp floating around, just be like, just pay attention. And be like, oh. That fucker barely makes any noise. Yeah, not like hornets or anything like that. Different.
Well, aren't they all under the sort of larger heading of wasp, and then they have like subcategories of like yellow jacket and hornet, or is it all hornets and some of them are wasps? I can't remember.
See, I don't know, because part of my like classification of that shit is fucked up by the same people who taught me that Brazil nuts were nigger toes. So
I'm pretty sure all those things are wasps, and then you get the variations down the line, down the tree branch. But
maybe, yeah, I don't know. Because yellow jacket doesn't sound very, very formal and scientific. But then again, neither does bumblebee, and that shit's totally legit. So,
yeah.
Because that really does sound like a redneck was like, no, it just kind of bumbles along or something.
Well, maybe I never
I don't know.
I never realized that thing about wasps being quiet because they're quiet and I didn't notice them. So it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, I guess. It's sort of like how you think you can spot somebody with a toupee, but how do you really know? Maybe there are just good toupees and bad toupees out there, and you're only seeing the bad ones. So you think they're all shit.
You're seeing all the Donald Trumps.
Yeah, but you're not seeing all the really nice ones. So let this be a lesson to you people. Toupees, wasps. You take from it what you want.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what to tell you to do, but go forth.
So,
be fertile.
I think that's all I've got for this week. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I just took a nice little mind dump on everybody, so hope they appreciated it.
Yeah, so I guess that wraps up this episode of Bad Guy Labs.
Yeah, I think it does for me too, and as always, we appreciate and at the same time don't appreciate you listening. that fell flat even once it got out of my brain. It seemed flat there too. Nevertheless, keep listening. Come find us on Facebook. We are Bad Guy Labs there. We are, at Bad Guy Labs on Twitter, and of course, you are finding us on BadGuyLabsChannel on YouTube. So
you can email us at BadGuyLabsChannel@gmail.com for complaints, compliments, mostly compliments.
pictures.
Fuck all you complaining people, actually. Pictures, suggestions. One thing, if you want to write in, I'm considering going on Xbox Live, but I need a gamer tag. So, any ideas? I'm partial to anything that begins in the word old and ends in the word McGillicuddy. So insert middle portion and send it in to me. I'd like to hear some of them.
I like it.
So I guess we've sort of plugged all our bullshit. So we're actually going to upload a show every Friday night for the foreseeable future. I think that's going to be kind of our thing. So look forward to a new episode every Friday night.
Yeah, and always check, that's the thing. Check the social media. We'll let you know when when future episodes are coming up. If there's going to be any sort of extra stuff that we end up doing, we want to throw up and, share with you. So keep your eyes peeled on that stuff.
Yeah, and even in the future when we decide to start podcasting and we're not just on YouTube anymore, we'll keep throwing stuff up on YouTube, and from time to time we'll do like a bonus episode midweek when we're feeling, particularly bad guyish. So, or if, one of our few lab experiments that we'll ever do ends up going, interesting or something.
When we're feeling extra needy for your attention, we'll give you a little something.
Yeah, sure. So, I have been Jason Emerson.
I once was Cole Koenig.
And we will see you in about a week.
See ya.